Hey everybody, I was going to try and give you a little demo since I'm making luggage tags today on the Cricut. So these I'm making for just a general cruise. It's a Norwegian cruise. So you can see I have them all set up here. Instead of doing designs that I have to put together afterwards, like all these pieces would cut out separately, which would be kind of a nightmare to have to glue together, I'm actually just going to print them. So these are a little hard to see. Each one is an individual tag. And then if you place all the images and the names on here and attach them, then this will be considered one whole tag. And then these over here, even though they show red here, I'm going to cut them out of blue paper, and they'll be the background to this. So once you get it all set up, you're going to hit go. And it's going to go. Okay, so then this is the screen. It's going to show you how everything's going to cut out. Takes a little bit longer with the images that it has to print. Okay, so over here you see it's going to print on 3 separate things. It's going to print one luggage tag on this paper. It's going to print the other 3 on here. And it's going to cut out these 4 squares. I'm actually going to move this over so that it'll all cut on one piece of paper. So once you like how everything is set up, then you just hit down here to go. And the first thing it has to do is actually print on an actual printer. So I'm going to hit print page. I know the screen's not great on the video. And now it's just going to print, bring up one page. And you see it prints without the name. That's because the Cricut machine will write the name in. So I'm just going to head and print, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the first one that's printed, just the single tag. So now before it does the second page, you have to cut this piece out and write the name on it with the Cricut. So you have, this is the Cricut, this is the mat, that's all, it's sticky so it holds your paper down. So you put the paper on your mat, you line it up with a little pressure, which I'm going to have to do with 2 hands, and you hit this little load button over there. Now it loaded the paper all in. Once it's all loaded, this little light will flash. It tells you it's all ready to go. Oh, before we do that, important, we are going to write on here, so we need to put a marker in. So you put a marker right in there, lock it in. Now we're ready to go. So now because this is a printed image, those black lines on the side, the Cricut actually scans it, so it knows where to print, or where to cut. So it uses that little light to use those guidelines, and then it'll figure out where it needs to cut. Last guideline, then it'll be ready to roll. So now it's writing the name. Oh, except it isn't because I put the pen in wrong, so I'll have to fix it. But you can tell it's trying to write the name. The marker isn't down far enough. I will have to fix that part and do that again. Now it's cutting out the square. that's it. Then you hit unload right here. And I will fix it and be right back with the other ones. Okay, so I fixed the first one and I printed out the other 3, and as you can see the pen is working now. So it is writing on the names. Don't ask me why it does it in a certain order. It's got a mind of its own. And now it's going to cut them out. Each one's a square. So that's cutting. It. Then this little light lets you know you can unload the mat. So you unload it, and then I'll see if I can do this with one hand. So you peel it off. It's a little hard with one hand. But you can see they're cut out, and I'll get them off this mat, and then I'll show you the last step. Okay, so you can see we're on the last step, which is printing the background pages. So that's, the computer is all ready to go, and then we come over here to the Cricut, and I'm going to do a blue background. I already have the paper on the mat and all loaded. So you just hit the flashing C. And it's going to go ahead and cut those blue backgrounds. And I'll be right back to show you how they go together. Okay, so we have our 4 backgrounds cut out, and I already took this one off. So then all I would do is just then glue these on there, and like these are some that I already did this morning for someone going to an all-inclusive. So these I just slip into a clear luggage tag. Like that. And that's it. Those are ready to go. So, I don't know, it might seem complicated. It really isn't that complicated. As soon as you get like a design set up, then all you're really doing is changing the names each time and printing them out and putting them together. So, hope that helps. Bye.